Sinha. Please give a very, very big round of applause for Lieutenant Colonel Manoj Kumar Sinha. Lieutenant Colonel Sinha is a Sena Medal winner, is a gallantry awardee, and a battle-injured Indian Army veteran. Known for his fearless, candid, and inspirational talk, he engages audiences as a keynote speaker at TEDx, corporate forums, and educational institutions. To add to that, he's not just a man of gun. He's also a poet, influencer, and entrepreneur, inspiring people through his life experiences, leadership values with over 4,700 followers. He continues to motivate diverse audiences across platforms. His current work reflects resilience, patriotism, and a commitment to empowering others. Similarly, as was his earlier part of his career with the armed forces, where his patriotism, where his resilience, etc., has brought him here. A huge round of applause for our next speaker, Lieutenant Colonel Manoj Kumar Sinha. Topic, Inspired by Death. Welcome, sir.
Thank you, sir. Yeah. Hello. Am I audible? Vande Mataram. Devi और सज्जनों, ladies and gentlemen, namaskar. It's really been a very enlightening session throughout the whole day. I guess you guys are full of a lot of knowledge, wisdom, and you're such an important sector that we are addressing today. And the importance of it, I'll tell you why. You know, when a child is born, in the life of every child who is born, there comes a time when someone holds his hand, takes his finger on a piece of paper on which is printed A, B, C, K, K, G, or any alphabets in any other language. And the journey of that child begins, the journey of knowledge, the journey of wisdom. And from there on, those alphabets turns into words, words into sentences, sentences into paragraphs, and a whole lot of books and literature that a man goes through in his entire life. and he goes through, what happens is his mind begins to rise. His imagination begins to take wings, and ideas begin to fly. And some of those ideas are good enough to make a huge impact in this world. But for every such idea to actually make an impact, it again has to go back to be printed as pamphlets, as discoveries, as research papers, as poems, as stories, or as novels, as books, as scripts of those great movies. Ladies and gentlemen, print is what is synonymous with the evolution of mankind's history. From jungles, when it came out, one of the most significant turns that it did when it started printing. What printing did is that it actually, before the print came, the knowledge was always in the hands of a few people. The access that people had to the wisdom of the wise was only available to those who can go to those wise people and listen to them. But what print did is, it spread that knowledge. It made it available to the entire world, entire mankind. And that's how mankind grew. And you know what? When these things began to happen, these inventions and discoveries and all those things happened. And behind all those things, there was a silent force. You, the warriors of ink. And you are the power. I am so grateful and feeling very, very privileged and honored to be addressing you, ladies and gentlemen, here. But with every power, every power has got a dimension, 2 dimensions to it. It can be constructive, it can be destructive. The nuclear power, you can make electricity and destroy the entire world. So print, the power of print is no different. I'll come to the destructive part later. But in my journey, it was no different than any other child. When I grew, I also grew with this print thing. And I also began with other mediums of influence also. I also began and growing. And I grew with a certain belief. The belief of peace, of love, of harmony, of empathy, of inclusiveness, that we can all coexist in peace. I grew up with a belief that every man, every human in this world, for everyone, peace is as integral, as basic as roti, kapra, or makan. Food, water, shelter, and clothes. I always used to believe, क्यों नहीं चाहेगा कोई शांति से रहना? With that belief, I entered the Indian Army. And before that, as I was growing up, when I saw conflicts happening, even normal, like I saw two friends or two classmates in the school or college getting into an argument with the probability that it could end up into a violent fight, I always used to intervene between them and try and prevail upon them not to do so. Most of the times I succeeded, and whenever I did not succeed, I felt the failure was mine. मैं छोटा रह गया. I always felt that someone wiser than me, someone far more mature than me, had he or she been here, probably he would have prevailed and peace, the fight wouldn't have happened. This is the man, with this belief, I entered the Indian Army. My first posting, Jammu and Kashmir. Kashmir, to be very precise, in the heat of insurgency. When I entered there, it was very, very scary. You know, apart from this belief, I also had this, grew up with this belief that, you know, my father was in Indian Air Force, so we used to travel, you know, he was posted in various different places in this country. So he used to travel, say, Bangalore se leke, I belong to Bihar, Chhapra, वहाँ तक जाते जाते 4-5 दिन लगते थे, छुक 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 वाली ट्रेन होती थी. I used to stand on the window and look at a country, endless, man, beautiful. I used to be fascinated by my countryside. And as I used to travel and I used to look at that, और मेरे को लगता था, ज्योग्राफी पढ़ी थी, वहाँ सीमा थी, बट मुझे वैसा लगता था, पता नहीं 4 दिन 5 दिन देश मेरा खत्म ही नहीं होता, अनंत है, चलते ही जा रहा है, चलते ही जा रहा है. I was in love with my country. And second, another belief that I grew up with is, was because with every transfer of my father, in every new station there was a new temple. And in every new temple there was a new god. I mean, not new god, different from previous god. तो मुझे लगता था कि पिछले वाले स्टेशन में दुर्गा जी की मंदिर थी, तो वहाँ दुर्गा माता जो है वो कलेक्टर ने जो मांगना है उनसे मांगना पड़ेगा. That's what I used to think as a child. छोटी मोटी बात ना, कल एग्जाम है, माता पास करा देना यार, something like that. अगले स्टेशन में गया, वहाँ हनुमान जी का मंदिर, मैंने कहा हनुमान जी कलेक्टर है, यहाँ जो मांगना है इनसे मांगना पड़ेगा. So my faith was as flexible as something like that. तो ये 3 बिलीव थी, देश मेरा अनंत है, फेथ फ्लेक्सिबल है, और दुनिया में हर एक व्यक्ति शांति से रहना चाहेगा. इन तीनों विश्वास के साथ मैं सेना में गया. पहली पोस्टिंग मैंने कहा कश्मीर रन ऑफ कंट्रोल, और मैं अपने जवानों के साथ चल रहा था. चलते चलते पहला या दूसरा दिन था मेरे वहाँ पर रिपोर्टिंग का. एक समय आया जब मेरे जवान ने मुझे रोक लिया. ही स्टॉप्ड मी, टोल्ड साहब स्टॉप जाओ. मैं क्या हो गया? बोला साहब हमारा इलाका खत्म हो गया. वो सामने देखो पाकिस्तान का पोस्ट है, एक कदम आगे बढ़ाएंगे गोली मारेगा. And I grew up with this belief, my country is endless, देश मेरा अनंत है. मुझे आज सीमा दिखाई गई, और ये सीमा भी किसी को स्वीकार्य नहीं थी. देवियों सज्जनों, वहाँ से पलटकर भूमि का वो टुकड़ा जिससे मैं चल कर आया था, उसी भूमि के टुकड़े को जब मैंने देखना शुरू किया, तो मुझे देश समझ में आना तब से शुरू हुआ, और तब से लेके आज तक मैं सिर्फ समझ रहा हूँ. और वही मैं आपको जो अब तक समझा हूँ मैं आपको बताने का प्रयास करूँगा. I'll try and tell you that. But yes, then in the army, what happens? We are here to fight the enemy. And to fight the enemy, you got to know the enemy, right? And to know the enemy, I was exposed to various kind of information that my seniors and the battalion gave me. And of all those information, for the first time, I saw the ugly part of print. Because I was also given the pamphlets and the brochures and the booklets and other things which were confiscated from the adversary, from the enemy, from the terrorist bags, from their hideouts. And I went through them. It was all filled with hatred, envy, jealousy, the determination to destroy the entire world. So that's what I told. With every part, there are 2 dimensions, constructive and destructive. I had so far only seen the good part of the printing, the constructive part, and it had benefited immensely like the entire mankind. But for the first time, I saw the destructive part of the print. But then I wasn't giving up, right? I still believe that why would anybody not like to live in peace? What I did is that, okay, like I used to do earlier, I thought, okay, logo, इनसे भी बात करते हैं ना, let's talk to the terrorist, man. क्यों नहीं चाहेगा कोई शांति से रहना? I began talking to them. So whenever they were conversing, the terrorists, our adversaries were talking to each other, I used to, generally by procedures, we used to listen to them to understand and see if there's some information that we can get out of it. But then at times we used to feel कि हो गया इसका काम, you know, वो भी बैठा बस ऐसी बातें कर रहा है. Then I used to interject. Most of the time they used to switch it off, but at times वो भी बैठा किसी पहाड़ पे शायद बोर हो रहा होगा, he also doesn't know what to do, how to pass his time. Then he used to pick up my conversation. I used to interject. सुन भाई साथी बात कर सकते हैं हम लोग? बोलेगा अरे हाँ फौजी चल बोल. And then I used to again talk to him, same thing which I did in my entire life as I grew up. मैंने क्यों लड़ रहे हैं यार, हम शांति से रहते हैं ना यार. And my colleagues used to laugh at me. साहब क्या कर रहे हो, आतंकवादी समझेगा क्या? मैंने कहा प्रयास तो करते हैं यार. Why would anybody in this world not like to live in peace, man? I don't get this. And I did that. the kind of conversation. Can we have that video? One of those conversations was recorded by your operator one day in a cassette. He gave it to me. I put it on a YouTube later for the world to see. Can we have that conversation?
या तो हमारे तुम्हारे क्या कर रहा है यार, हम सब एक ही तो हैं। तेरे खून और मेरे खून में कोई फर्क है क्या? ये क्या तुमने इंसानियत के बीच में दरारें डाल के रखी हैं कि तुम्हारा है और हमारा है? हम सब एक ही हैं क्या? तेरे 4 हाथ है क्या? मेरे भी 2 हैं, तेरे भी 2 हैं। तेरी भी 5-5 उंगलियां, मेरी भी 5-5 उंगलियां। एक ही दवाई से तेरा भी बुखार ठीक होता है, मेरा भी बुखार ठीक होता है। तो ये तूने हमारा तुम्हारा क्या लगा रखा है?
एक दफा मुसलमान होके देखो, इन्फेक्शन से इस लेवल अपना कितना मजा आया, कितना सुकून है। क्या हुआ कि कभी उधर है, कभी उधर है, ये लोग आपको मतलब सही है, हमें नहीं पता नहीं आते।
अम्मा यार तुम्हें तो बोल ही नहीं रहे हम। हमारा तो ये मुल्क ही है इतना बड़ा, और इतना दिल इसका इतना बड़ा है कि यहाँ मुसलमान, हिंदू, सिख, ईसाई, पारसी, बुद्ध सभी रहते हैं। इस मुल्क का एक ही मजहब है, मोहब्बत का, भाईचारे का। इंसान का और कोई मजहब नहीं होता है। नाम चाहे जो ले लो, सबके सब पहले इंसान है और मोहब्बत एक दूसरे से करते हैं और रहते हैं। एक दूसरे के खिलाफ नफरत करना ये आप मत गलत सिखाओ।
तो खैर है ना, आप ऐसा करो, अपना इस्लामी कानूनों को सामने रखो, अपना अफगानिस्तान में आप क्या कहते हैं उसको, हिंदुस्तान में नाफज करो, तो हम आपके पीछे।
यार अफगानिस्तान और ये सब छोड़ो ना, हम यहाँ बताया ना हमने, जो लोग चाहेंगे वो होगा। जो लोग जिस मजहब को चाहेंगे वो उस मजहब की पूरा इबादत कर सकते हैं। जो लोग जिस लीडर को चाहेंगे वो उस लीडर के वोट दे सकते हैं। यहाँ पर उसको पूरी आजादी है। यहाँ कोई जबरदस्ती ऐसा नहीं है कि नवाज शरीफ को लोगों ने वोट दिया और मुशर्रफ ने उसे खा लिया। ऐसी कोई दादागिरी, कोई जबरदस्ती नहीं है। लोग प्यार मोहब्बत से जिसको अपना नेता चाहते हैं, जिसको अपना लीडर चाहते हैं, तो उसको चुन सकते हैं।
आप कहते हैं ना हम इस्लामिक रूल ले आओ और आप भी रहो, फिर हम भी रहेंगे। तो आप लोग नहीं मानते, लड़ाई तो होनी है।
अरे इस्लामिक रूल या कोई भी रूल वो हो जिसमें लोग खुश हों। लोगों की जो मर्जी है वो हुकूमत आने दो। तुम अगर चाहते हो, तुम समझते हो कि लोग तुम्हें ज्यादा पसंद करते हैं, तो मैदान में आ जाओ, लोग तुम्हें वोट दे देंगे, तुम यहाँ का वजीर आला बन जाओ, फिर हम तुम्हारी बात मानेंगे। यार हम तो फौजी जो हैं, हम कभी हुकूमत करना नहीं चाहते हिंदुस्तान में पाकिस्तान की तरह। जो हमारे लीडर हैं हम उन्हीं की बात मानते हैं। तुम बन जाओ लीडर, हम तुम्हारे को सलूट मारेंगे कल।
So after having these kind of conversations day in and day out for weeks after weeks, months after months, I this time slowly, gradually began to realize a different lesson. This time, I'm speaking to a different animal. And I began to also realize that it's not my failure this time. अगर साक्षात बुद्ध और नानक भी आ जाएं, तो इस व्यक्ति को नहीं समझा सकते. That is what I realized. And once I realized that, I was a changed man. The man who actually, I'm still a very peace-loving man. I would go to great extent to avoid any conflict, even today in my daily life. But then at that time, I understood that this man needs to be killed. And then I wanted blood, and I tasted blood. And ladies and gentlemen, before this, I was actually a reluctant fighter. My mindset was something kind of an Arjun on the first day of Mahabharata. क्यों लड़ना है? भगवान कृष्ण, क्या फायदा है? इतना खून खराबा, इतने लोग मारे जाएंगे, इतने परिवार नष्ट होंगे, क्या फायदा है? शांति से रहते हैं ना, मुझे नहीं चाहिए कुछ। अगर मुझे धर्म की बात करनी है तो मैं साधु बन जाऊंगा। कृष्ण हैड टू टेल हिम, क्या कर रहे हो अर्जुन? शस्त्र उठा, प्रहार कर, तो सबसे पहले वार कर। आज तू संहार कर, तो सबसे पहले वार कर। मेरे पास तो कृष्ण नहीं थे, तो मुझे काफी समय लग गया समझने में। अर्जुन के पास थे कृष्ण, उनको 45 मिनट में समझा दिया था. It took a lot of time, but I understood that. And then, I consider myself very fortunate. I'm very fortunate and very lucky that I got an opportunity to get into the Indian Army. Nothing in my life was planned. So they keep asking me in the interviews, you must have joined the Indian Army out of passion, nationalism. No. I tell them, नहीं भैया, मैं सिर्फ नौकरी करने गया था. और अंदर गया तो ये सारी चीजें समझ में आई. बाहर तो कुछ पता ही नहीं था. अंदर गया, I was an ignorant and naive kind of a naive kind of a kid and a youngster who went into the army. So I was so fortunate that destiny took me the way that I went through in my life. I was fortunate that I joined the Indian Army. I was fortunate that I got an opportunity to fight the enemies of this country. I was fortunate to kill the enemies of this country. And more than that, I was fortunate to look into the eyes of a dying enemy. Ladies and gentlemen, Deviyo Suno, Sajjano, no, I'm not a sadistic man. But what I wanted to look into these eyes is the death of a perception. The perception that he had that he will come and destroy this great country. The perception that he had, वो यहाँ आकर इस देश की संस्कृति और सभ्यता को तोड़ सकता है. I always wanted to see that perception dying in his eyes. And that is where my romance with death began. Because I also realized it is death. You know, there could be a man who may not believe in certain false beliefs. Throughout his life, he can continue to believe in something very false, which is not right. But in the last moment of death, ultimate truth, everybody, take it from me, will know, but पूरी जिंदगी मैं एक झूठ और एक ढोंग और एक गलत और मिथ्या बात के पीछे भागता रहा. Every man will realize. And I saw that every man realizing. I saw in his eyes that उसको पश्चाताप था इस बात का कि मुझसे ये गलत हो गया, मुझसे ये पाप हो गया, मैं इस महान भारतवर्ष के खिलाफ मैंने सोचा. That is the battle. And after that, it didn't stop at that. वहाँ के बाद I kept on doing now, but my attempt to keep conversing with the people did not stop. With the terrorist, I kept doing that just to understand more of him. कितना नीचे है भाई, पता तो करें. Where is the rock bottom of this mentality? I wanted to know that. But along that side, I also began conversing with people. Can we have that picture when I'm talking with the people of Kashmir? Can you have that picture on the screen? Yeah. So wherever I didn't stop at that, I started talking to people in Kashmir. Wherever जहाँ भी मैं खड़ा हो जाता था, भीड़ जम जाती थी, मैं उनसे बात करता था. People today call me, tell me that I am standing, my public speaking, किस platform से बात किया है मैंने. मेरा सबसे पहला प्रारंभिक प्लेटफॉर्म और सबसे मुश्किल and most challenging platform, Deviyo Sajjano, यही था. There were no lights, no mics, nothing. I had to stand in front of people who were radicalized for decades, brainwashed. And I was there standing in front of them, trying to put some sense into them. I do not know how long whether I was very successful or not, but yes, I began to realize that I am making a difference, because what happened is that the next time when I spoke, there was a crowd which was larger. So it believed to me that, yeah, maybe I'm making sense. But that one moment when I actually felt that I am really making a difference is, as you know, I was in the habit of talking to terrorists. So I continued with that habit even later, even though ki sudhrega nahi, but then the tenor changed. Now I used to, there were great terrorist leaders and rivalries thi. So we used to keep challenging each other कि वो भी देख लेगा, तू भी देख लेंगे, तेरे को भी खत्म कर देंगे and all those things. वो हमारी चलती रहती थी. तो कश्मीर में क्या होता है कि whenever a battalion or a company at any level, an organization, a unit or subunit kills a lot of terrorists. So at times what the terrorists do is they try and threaten you and they scare you, the leader. And मैं तो वैसे ही बात करता रहता था. To communicate to threat to me was very, very easy, because I was always fond of talking to them. So one of those great terror leaders, he spoke to me one day when I was talking to him. And he told me that you are doing a lot of damage, बहुत आतंकवादी, मतलब मुझे वो मुजाहिद बोलते थे वो, बोला हमारे साथियों को बहुत मार रहे हो तुम. I thought he's going to issue me a similar threat that most officers who killing a lot of terrorists will get. But to me, the threat was different. He told, Captain, तेरे को जितने मारना है मार ले, मैं तुझे नहीं रोकूंगा. तू बात करना बंद कर. And that is the time I realized one more thing. They were more scared that the words that came from my mouth than the bullets that they came from the barrel of my gun. And then I understood the power of narrative. Ladies and gentlemen, this entire violence that you see is not the aim. Killing is not the ultimate aim of a terrorist. Perception is. Killing is a means to achieve that perception. Please understand that. And most of us, even the so-called experts, are not getting this point. When we are dealing with terrorism, we are not understanding this point, because we feel it's only about killing, and we try and counter the killing. It is the perception which is more important. Nevertheless, I moved on. लड़ाई चलती रही, फिल्म तो है नहीं कि सिर्फ हम ही मारेंगे. I saw blood, I saw death, lots of it. Fortunately, lots of terrorists, unfortunately, and very, very painfully, some of my own people. I saw them. I saw them dying in my own arms. The most painful moment of my life. मैंने अपनी बाहों में अपने जवानों को मरने की पीड़ा सही है. उसके बाद what happened is that every time someone was injured, हमारा कोई जवान, so we used to have a race. I used to run a race, the race against death. We used to pick him up and run to the hospital. The race was against death. It really, yeah, and it's a kind of race that even if you win, you can't celebrate, because even if you survive, a limb or something is always lost. Then one fine day, it so happened that I had surrounded a village, and at the middle of the night, we surrounded that village and lay down quietly there. Early morning, जैसे ही सूर्य उगना शुरू हुआ था, I came out and announced that we have surrounded the village. I appealed to the people that please come out, because what we do, there are two kinds of cordon and search we do. One is an opportunity in which we simply rush in because then intelligence. Other is a procedure is we simply surround. We give people to opportunity and time to come out, so that we ensure that there are no civilians, innocents inside, and then we get in, so that in case there's a gunfight, there are no civilians injured. So early morning I announced, and obviously 5 बजे सुबह बताएंगे, लोग तो रजाई में ही हैं, कश्मीर में, ठंड में. It takes time, so people were coming out. But hearing my voice, I was, by the power of God, I was blessed. that जब मेरी आवाज़ सुनते थे, तो उनके अंदर दहशतगर्दों के अंदर दहशत जाता था. So hearing my voice, they knew that our time is up. And there are hardly any chances left. Because in this game, if you get in contact with them post-lunch, then they take their chances that maybe we can track the operation, and darkness में हम कुछ कर सकते हैं. But early morning, 5 o'clock, he's got the whole day, no chance. So they decided, these things I came to know later. I wasn't privy to what is happening inside. जो अंदर बात हुई वो बाद में बाहर मुझे हॉस्पिटल में बताई गई. So they decided that 3 of them will come out. And as a fidai, decided that हमने तो मरना ही मरना है. They knew only one, they can only escape, only one way, is that इस captain को गिराना पड़ेगा. So as I was there walking on the road, telling people इधर बैठो, उधर बैठो, ये करो, वो करो, and I saw 2 terrorists charging at me. They charged with me and my men. We immediately jumped, took positions, but unfortunately, before a couple of my men could take position, they got shot. They came, they banged, the terrorists came, and they collided. There was a huge blast. I was there hiding I was there in a position which was safe, but from there I could see my men lying on the road. I knew they will not survive because the entire thing उड़ गया था. But leadership में और इसमें team building में बात करते हैं हम. I still had to come out because I couldn't have let them down in their dying moments. So I came out, the bullets were still flying, but I came out, tried to pick them up, and I was picking them up, trying to console them. कुछ नहीं होगा, कुछ नहीं होगा. I called a few guys, उठाओ, गाड़ी लाओ, ये सब कर रहा था मैं. And जब वो blast हुआ था, तो मेरे जवान तो गिर गए थे, वो 2 आतंकवादी भी गिर गए थे. तो मैंने कहा चलो ठीक है, इनसे डील करेंगे, तब तक मैं अपने जवानों को अस्पताल पहुंचने का प्रयास करता हूं. I was getting into that race again, the race against death. But then what I saw is one of the terrorists getting up. And for a moment I got carried away by emotion. In any other soldier, in any other profession, if you make a mistake, yeah, there are prices to pay. But in the profession of soldiering, if you make a mistake, the price is often blood, limb, or death. I made a mistake. I got carried away by that emotion of anger, a very cold-blooded anger. No, I wasn't shouting or something. I just thought, okay, ये बंदा है मेरे जवानों की मृत्यु का जिम्मेदार. As he was getting up, I put my foot down on his chest, pinned him down, put my weapon on single shot, and I put one in his आँख में, एक नाक में, एक सिर में. He had died by the first bullet only. I was hearing voices of all my men from all around. साहब मर गया, आओ वहाँ से, निकलो, निकलो, निकलो. But my emotions had got the better of me. I was angry, and I was simply I kept doing that, pumping bullets into that. I had Even the picture of the terrorist I had here, but as per the hotel policy, probably it's too gory, so they say दिखा नहीं सकते हैं. मैंने कहा fine. वरना उस आतंकवादी के भी चित्र मैंने यहाँ दिए हैं. So it so happened that when I was doing this, there was a third guy, because they had three who has come. So the senior most guy thought that बाकी दो काम कर लेंगे, तो probably can still continue to hide. But then he saw that all those two guys are dead. So he made a different thing. He came from behind and he wasn't shouting. He was quietly coming, दबे पाँव से तेज तेज आ रहा था. Because मेरा एक reputation भी होने गया था. इसके पहले I had survived so many attempts that वो भी सोचते थे चिम्मड़ है यार बंदा, यार मरता ही नहीं है यार. बहुत ट्राई किया था उन्होंने. So भोले बाबा का आशीर्वाद, I used to keep coming back from every such situation. So this time he thought इसको मारना है तो भाई point blank मारना पड़ेगा. So he was coming from behind with his weapon like this, walking very fast with the intention that he'll come and put his gun behind my head and shoot me point blank. So and I was doing this, I got that sixth sense, hunch आया, मेरे को लगता है वो पीछे है. I turned back. Again I made a mistake. When I turned back, we taught in training. You know, जब दुश्मन सामने हो तो हथियार सीधा होना चाहिए. I made a mistake again. When I turned back, my weapon, you know, as I was like, मैं उसको ऐसे मार रहा था. मुझे लगा वो पीछे है, मैं पीछे घूमा. मेरे सामने वो खड़ा था. उसका हथियार सीधा था, मेरा हथियार इतना था. जिंदगी और मौत में इतना ही फर्क होता है. He shot fast. The bullet hit me here. The jawbone flew out from here. वो picture भी है, but hotel policy के हिसाब से बहुत खतरनाक है शायद. This is something we keep seeing daily in the army. But ठीक है, जब वो जो policy है, वो policy है, we'll go with it. So the bullet hit me here. The jawbone flew out from here, and the bullet came out from here. I was lying on the ground. Now another journey began. Like people a lot of time introduce, you know, unfortunately, आपको ऐसा लग गया. This is the best thing that have happened to my life is that this injury. I was lying on the ground, I had accepted death. And my journey with death began. I knew I'm on the way to the gods. What happens, you know, let me try and explain because there are no words that can explain that because कोई भी व्यक्ति जो उस अनुभव से गुजरा है वापस आकर उसने किसी भाषा का निर्माण ही नहीं किया है. So let me see whatever vocabulary that I have to my command, I'll explain. So I was lying down and I had accepted death. So होता क्या है कि why I'm telling you is that, you know, death is a truth. And all the illusions that we have in this world, misconceptions or whatever beliefs which are not exactly right is because it has not been validated against any truth. Moment you take any form of knowledge or belief and validate it against something which is really, really true, तो उसका सबसे पहला क्या होगा, उसका जो मास्क है वो उतर जाएगा, जो भ्रम है वो निकल जाता है. It's something like a doctor takes an X-ray and puts it at that illuminated board के against जब डालता है ना, तो सब चीजें स्पष्ट दिखती हैं. So there are so many truths in this world, and as जो ज़्यादा जो साधना करते हैं, ज्ञानी होते हैं, बहुत सारे सत्य जानते हैं, बट एक सत्य तो है जो कॉमन सेंसिकल हम सब में जितने भी लोग हैं अपनी साधारण सोच और बुद्धि से भी जानते हैं, अब वो है सत्य, वो है मृत्यु. वी नॉट श्योर वेदर विल सी द सनसेट सनराइज टुमारो, पता नहीं हम देखेंगे नहीं देखेंगे, कल का सूर्योदय देखेंगे कि नहीं देखेंगे, कल का सूर्यास्त देखेंगे नहीं देखेंगे, लेकिन एक चीज की गारंटी है, हम सब मृत्यु अवश्य देखेंगे. Death is a truth. We all know that. And we've all heard that truth is love. If death is a truth and truth is love, so why not start loving death? So I was lying on the ground, had accepted death. The first thing that happens in the death, as I told you, when I used to kill those terrorists, I also used to look into their eyes in the dying moments, and I could see those uske illusions dying and getting smashed. So whatever illusions I may have had in my life were also evaporated moment I knew that it is death. अब होता क्या है कि मोमेंट ऑफ ट्रुथ, हर सत्य में के पीछे हर सत्य की कोई भी परिस्थिति होती है, उसके अनुसार एक कर्म होता है. सो आई न्यू दैट ऑल दैट आई कैन डू राइट नाउ इज, विच इज वेरी डिफिकल्ट बिकॉज द बुलेट हैड पियर्स्ड माय थ्रोट, सो आई शुड कीप ब्रीदिंग. नॉट दैट आई वांटेड टू डाई, नॉट दैट आई वांटेड टू लिव, बट एट दैट मोमेंट दैट वाज माय कर्म. बाद में, you know, later on I read, again courtesy you the printers, in Bhagavad Gita, that's what Krishna says, कर्म करो फल की चिंता मत करो. बाद में मैंने पढ़ा, उस वक्त मैं यही कर रहा था, नहीं मैं जीना भी नहीं मरना कुछ नहीं, बट मेरा काम है जब तक मेरे पास शक्ति है सांस लेता रहता हूँ. अब बट मैंने कहा ठीक है, जैसे एज आई वाज डाइंग देयर एंड आई थिंक कि यार मुश्किल हो रहा है, तभी मैंने देखा, मुझे महसूस हुआ मेरे जवान मुझे उठा रहे हैं. जवान उठा रहे हैं, उसको चांस है। उठाया उन्होंने, मुझे गाड़ी में डाला, दे पुट मी इन अ व्हीकल, एंड व्हीकल में थोड़ी देर चले, 15-20-25 मिनट हुए होंगे, 15-20 मिनट हुए, आई डोंट नो हाउ मच टाइम। बट देन आई थॉट कि यार द श्रीनगर आर्मी हॉस्पिटल इज टू फार, 1.5-2 घंटे का रास्ता है, आई डोंट थिंक आई कैन मेक दैट लॉन्ग, आई कैन सर्वाइव दैट लॉन्ग। सो आई थॉट लेट मी गो। Moment this thought came into my mind, I heard the sound of a helicopter chopper. Good. मैंने कहा यार चांस है, let me hold on. So हेलीकॉप्टर में डाल दिया उन्होंने, हेलीकॉप्टर में डाला तो हेलीकॉप्टर में भी 15-20 मिनट तो हो ही गए थे, इट वाज वेरी डिफिकल्ट ब्रीदिंग। सो आई लाइंग लाइक दिस, एंड हेलीकॉप्टर में पीछे बैठा था, आगे पायलट था, सिटिंग लाइक दिस विद माय हेड रेस्टिंग अगेंस्ट द बैक ऑफ दैट सीट, एंड आई थॉट कि यार अब नहीं होगा, जाने देते हैं। Moment I thought, it appeared as if the pilot heard it. It turned back. Look, Manoj, BB Cant. BB Cant is Badami Bag Cant. The Srinagar cantonment is called as BB Cant. Look, Manoj, BB Cant. And I was lying, sitting like this. I turned, मैं कनखी से देखा, मैंने थोड़ा सा नजर तीछा किया, and I could see that helipad, the ambulance, the stretcher, आर्मी के बंदे उसको पकड़े हुए हैं। मैंने कहा चांस है यार, थोड़ा और रोक लेते हैं। Then I held on, and they put me, I landed there, they took me to the ICU, फटाफट ICU में जाते ही I again started losing consciousness. So I thought, okay, so this is it. Now I'm dying. So I believed I'm dying, and I passed off. So I don't know, but in actuality, I must have become I did become unconscious. So they took me to the operation theater. All those things I don't remember. A long operation happened, and then the next time I regained consciousness, I was lying on the life support system. All those gadgets, wires, pipes from my body all across monitors, and the doctors, nurses watching them, you know. And then कुछ हो रहा था, कुछ monitor में कुछ दिख रहा था, they were panicking, rushing, doing something, you know. So they were watching on the monitor, मुझे ऐसा लग रहा था कि ये monitor नहीं है, वो scoreboard होता है ना sports का, लगता है ये जीता वो जीता। तो कभी-कभी वो death की तरफ जा रहा था, कभी-कभी life की तरफ जा रहा था, उसके हिसाब से doctors अपना game खेल रहे थे। But ये सब हो रहा था जब मैंने होश संभाला, तो but एक और चीज़ थी कि I was lying on the life support system all right, but I didn't have any strength. I didn't have even a strength to move even a finger of mine. I didn't have even a strength to give an expression, you know, चेहरे का थोड़ा सा भाव, पलक कुछ भी नहीं कर सकता था। And I was lying like that. And once again I started losing breath. अब I'm lying, doctor भी है, the doctor now says everybody is there. I can't even communicate to them कि, you know, हो रहा है कुछ, I can't even do the ऐसा कुछ नहीं कर सकता, I can't do anything. I'm just lying still. Somebody looking at me must have felt he is lying so peacefully and comfortably, man. I know. And can you have that picture where after the operation? I hope that is permissible by the. No, then previous to that. Yeah, this is how was my face after the operation. So पता नहीं कितने टाके लगे थे, I didn't count. Nobody bothered to count. So I was lying like this peacefully, and I was losing breath. So इस बार क्या हुआ? This time I remembered that, यार, all those previous times when I was about to pass off, or I did believe that I'm dying, I didn't remember God. मुझे इस बार याद आ गया। मैंने कहा probably that's the reason ना भगवान मेरे को बार-बार वापस भेज रहा है। ये तो प्रोसीजर से आधा आउट तो कब का हो गया है, बट पवेलियन में घुसने जा रहा हूँ, बोले ने वापस चले जा। मैंने कहा प्रोसीजर से आ जा। आई सो फॉर्चुनेट। मैंने कहा चलो ठीक है। तो भोले बाबा को याद किया, थोड़ा बहुत जो आता था बोला बाला। मैंने कहा ओके, नाउ आई एम डाइंग। लेडीज एंड जेंटलमैन, देयर इज अ लेसन हियर। प्लीज भगवान से ये मनाइएगा, विच एवर गॉड यू बिलीव, आखिरी समय में एक बार याद आ जाना यार। बड़ा भाग्य होता है जिसका अंतिम समय में भगवान याद आ जाए, जो भी ईश्वर पे आप विश्वास करते हो। ये एक मनोकामना जरूर रखिएगा आप। ऑल द डिजायर्स दैट यू कीप हैविंग, प्लीज हैव दिस वन डिजायर टुडे। सो I was satisfied, content, and okay, now I'm dying, and I'm very happy that I remembered God. And once again, I died. फिर थोड़ा होश आया, आँख मेरी बंद थी, और मैंने कहा मर तो मैं गया हूँ, I've already died, मैं तो ऊपर आ गया हूँ, और ये मेरे बगल में अभी आँख खोलूंगा, यहाँ पर यमराज खड़े होंगे, ये लेके आए मेरे को ऊपर, और आँख खोलूंगा, सामने चित्रगुप्त बैठे होंगे वो रजिस्टर लेके। Moment that came to my mind, I began to worry. फिर मेरे को सारे कर्मा याद आने लगे। मैंने कहा यह तो सारा गलत है। अगेन लेसन, आज लेके जाइए यहाँ से, अंतिम समय में मरने के बाद सारे बुरे कर्म याद आएंगे। क्वेश्चन पेपर लीक कर रहा हूं मैं, तो तैयारी कर लो आप। और अब आपने मुझे सुन लिया है, पता नहीं आप कितने खुश होंगे। कुछ लोग आप पश्चाताप भी कर सकते हो, क्योंकि नाउ व्हेन यू गो ऑन टॉप ही विल टेल यू, एक बंदा भेजा था, बताया भी था, फिर भी गलत काम करके आए हो ऊपर। सो अब नेगेटिव मार्किंग कर देगा, पहले शायद 0 देता, अब बोलेगा कि तुम वो बंदा भेजा था मैंने ऊपर से. We have told you, don't do anything and don't come with any karma which you do not have an answer to. So last में वही आता. So ये मैं आपको बता रहा हूँ, the biggest lesson if you can carry from here today. So please start correcting whatever life जो हमारी जिंदगी बची है उसको. I'm not telling आप लोगों ने अच्छे कर्म किए हैं, but you know it better than anybody what it is. So that is one. So ये मैं सोच रहा था, डर रहा था. It was like वाइवा के पहले बाहर एग्जाम अंदर इंटरव्यू बैठा है, बाहर डर लगता है, पता नहीं और कब होगा, क्या होगा. That kind of feeling I had in my mind. That suddenly, my first unit was Rajputana Rifle, जिसका motto है वीर भोग्या वसुंधरा. And then I remembered, अरे यार वीर भोग्या वसुंधरा, मैंने सुना है वीर गति के मार्ग से जो आते हैं उसको तो स्वर्ग मिलता है. मैंने कहा बेटा अपना तो यार कोटा है, VIP पास है, अपना तो स्वर्ग में रिजर्वेशन है, अपने को तो एग्जामिनेशन लागू ही नहीं है. मैं बड़ा खुश हो गया अंदर से. मैंने कहा यार आई वाज ब्लिसफुल, अपना तो स्वर्ग पक्का है यार. विद दैट कॉन्फिडेंस मैंने कहा अब आँख खोलता हूँ और चित्रगुप्त को बोलूंगा कमन रजिस्टर करो बंद, डायरेक्ट स्वर्ग की एंट्री. आई वॉज हैप्पी. आई ओपन माई आईज एंड टू माई अटर डिसअपॉइंटमेंट आई वाज स्टिल लाइंग ऑन द बेड. लेडीज एंड जेंटलमैन, इतना मुझे पश्चाताप हुआ. I was so upset and unhappy that I have not died. And even till today, I carry that regret. Because वो शॉर्टकट में VIP पास से स्वर्ग मिल रहा था. ऐसा तो नहीं है कि मैं अमर हो गया हूँ. Somebody keep telling ना बहुत आप बच गए जिंदा. मैंने कहा अमर थोड़े हूँ, फिर तो मरना ही है. और वो शॉर्टकट से VIP पास मिल रहा था. अभी यार ये कर्म करके जाना पड़ेगा, बड़ा लंबा मुश्किल रास्ता है यार. Very difficult. देखिए अब कितना हो सकता है. Now I'm in the same boat as everybody else. So मैं सोचता हूँ रिटायर हो गया हूँ, बट फिर भी जिंदगी में कभी कोई अधर्मी सामने आ जाए तो पूरा प्रयास करूंगा. न हतो वा प्राप्स्यसि स्वर्गम जित्वा वा भोक्ष्यसे महीम तस्मादुत्तिष्ठ कौन्तेय युद्धाय कृत निश्चय. हे कौन्तेय, या तो तुम युद्ध में मरकर स्वर्ग की प्राप्ति करोगे या विजयी होकर पृथ्वी पर राज करोगे. इसीलिए तुम युद्ध करने के लिए खड़े हो जाओ. अवसर मिला फिर युद्ध करने का तो करेंगे. दोनों तरफ से जीत है. जीत गए तो यहाँ जय है, वीर गति को प्राप्त हुए तो वहां जय है. सच ए वंडरफुल प्रोपोजिशन. सो दैट इज व्हाट. बट देन थैंक यू. बट देन आई केम बैक. नाउ आफ्टर सम टाइम मेरे को पता है अब नहीं जाएगा. और डॉक्टर भी मेरे को बोल रहा था, आता था ना, बोलता था अभी तेरे पर टैंक भी फोड़ेंगे तो तू नहीं मरेगा. तो मैंने कहा ठीक है भाई. सो देन आई रियलाइज वन डे दैट नाउ आई एम फाइनली इन, अभी नहीं जाने वाला. Then what happened from there on is that when I came out and I began to see the same world, relating to the same world, एक चीज स्पष्ट होने लगी, मुझे क्लियर होने लगी. Yeah, there are so many things in this world that the world believes, and those beliefs are being given by the greatest wise people. The world considers them the wisest people, and the greatest books that people like you print. And I began to believe यार ये तो सही नहीं है. I didn't know what is right, but ये मेरे को पता था कि यार ये सही नहीं है. So if you go through my talks in my YouTube or wherever I do, and if you listen in any other forum, we talk about that, especially in schools and colleges में मैं जाके बोलता हूँ उनको. So वो अलग एक यात्रा है. जितना मुझे समझ में आ रहा है उतना मैं बताते जा रहा हूँ. शायद यही प्रयोजन था ईश्वर का वापस यहाँ पर भेजने का. Because a lot of illusions we are carrying. So ये मैं करता जा रहा था. And बाहर आया तो तब से मुझे लगा कि एक समय आया कि मुझे लगा कि I should quit the army and come out and start talking to people. And that is what I'm trying to do wherever I go. All our definitions about success, about leadership, about freedom, about faith, dharma, rajniti, so many things are all wrong. I'll only give you one definition here. We all know that, when we talk of success, everybody talks of achievement. And if this was a success seminar here, meeting hall here, in which the successful people were being honored, the anchor would call the successful people by giving him the very list of whole achievement that he has done this, he's achieved this, he achieved this, he achieved this, achieved this, achieved this. And that's why, ladies and gentlemen, let us please welcome so and so for all his achievement, because he is a successful man. Wrong. The definition of success is not about achievement. Let us all change it for the goodness of every human being, families, societies, nations, and civilizations. Success is not about achievement. Success is all about contribution. गलत बता रही है दुनिया. और ऐसे ही किसी और मंच में मिलेंगे तो मैं बताऊंगा वो सारी परिभाषाएं, मान्यताएं जो महान महान लोग और महान महान पुस्तकें दे रही हैं वो गलत है। और यही बात हम अपने बच्चों को भी सिखाते जा रहे हैं। That's why when I go to schools and colleges, I raise my hand and tell them, I apologize to you on behalf of my generation and before that, because we're teaching them, we've passed down a lot of things which are not right. So with that, I came back, and that's what I've been doing. And when I look back today for the journey that I've been, all the things that I've read, now I know that it's all beyond all these things, all these great scriptures, all these great inventions and discoveries that the world is coming to know. There is one silent warrior, you, the warriors of ink. I want you all, and that's why I'm so privileged and happy that I'm addressing you. I want you all to please give a huge round of applause for yourself for the work that you're doing, because लोग उस महान आदमी को याद रखते हैं, उस महान लीडर को याद रखते हैं, वो ये भूल जाओ, उन्हें याद रखने की ये भी जरूरत है कि उस महान लीडर की बात को जन जन पहुंचाने का काम आपने किया है। हर उस महान डिस्कवरी को, हर उस ज्ञान को जन जन पहुंचाने का काम आपने किया है, उस जागृति लाने का काम आप करते हैं, और आपको इस बात पे गौरव होना चाहिए। You must all be very proud and stand tall that you are doing this achievement. You must all be very proud that you're not only printing ink on paper, what you are printing is ideas and minds. What you are printing is courage in the hearts of people. You are building civilizations. You all must realize that. And to end what I am today is that began with death. I told you, my greatest inspiration is death. Because whatever I see today, the difference is, what? I am no different than any one of you. मेरे ऊपर भी मोह माया उतना ही है जितना आप सब लोगों के ऊपर है। फर्क सिर्फ एक है। फर्क सिर्फ एक है कि मेरे पास एक रेफरेंस पॉइंट है। You all remember when you all, not that anybody is sick today, but you all remember sometime when you were 20, 21, 25, after some game, some run, some exercise, you must have felt pretty healthy, आज कोई बीमार नहीं है, हम सब ठीक है, लेकिन हमको भी पता है कि यार वो उस दिन उस गेम के बाद जो मेरा हेल्थ था, इट फेल्ट लाइक गॉड मैन, वो बात नहीं है। So the state of my spiritual being is no different than yours. The only difference is that I have a reference point. I know that that is the feeling when I was dying, the ultimate pinnacle of my spiritual being. I do not know what is the state of those great rishis. What is the state of their mind and spiritual sense at that level? I do not know. But अगर वो ये है कि उस समय में उनके अध्यात्म का वो स्तर होता है, जब अपने उत्कृष्ट स्तर पे होते हैं वो, तो अध्यात्म का वो स्तर होता है कि वो हर प्रकार के माया मोह से दूर हो चुके होते हैं। तो मैं सौभाग्यशाली हूँ कि मैंने उस मेंटल स्टेट का थोड़ी देर के लिए सही अनुभव किया है। At that moment, when at the moment of death, I knew, I was conscious of my body. मोह नहीं था शरीर का। I was conscious of my family and everything. बस मोह टूट गया था। और वो मोह टूट जाए तो सब चीजें स्पष्ट दिखती हैं, और स्पष्ट दिखने के लिए किसी भी चीज को सत्य के धरातल पर जांचना पड़ता है। मेरे पास एक सत्य है, मैं अनुभव कर चुका हूँ उसका। And deviyo sajno, we all will ultimately, I hope you're not uncomfortable listening and talking about death. I'm very comfortable about it. So I'm sorry if it makes anybody uncomfortable, but everyone, each one of us today, here sitting, will someday are going to die. And it is my endeavor and request to you that please carry a mission from here as printers. Life के missions तो आपने दे दिए जो मैं समझा सकता था, बताया आपको। जीवन के उद्देश्य आप अपने बना लीजिए, लेकिन as the printers, I want you all to carry a mission in your life that आप कुछ ऐसा करें, ऐसा छापें, जिसका कि प्रभाव आपके और मेरे, even after you and me have left this world, we all have died, the work that you do, the print that you make, continues to make an impact in this entire world for times to come. That is what is my message to you. You had a fantastic day today. Tomorrow's session is going to be even more interesting with ये शुभकामनाओं के साथ कि आप लोग जो भी करें, अच्छा करें, कल्याणकारी करें। नैरेटिव की लड़ाई है। इस नैरेटिव की लड़ाई में मैंने कहा दुनिया अभी भारत 2047 में विकसित देश बनने जा रहा है। And from here on, there are a lot of battle that will happen. It's not going to be an easy game. It's going to be hard and bloody hard. That's what I go and tell the youth. You must tell people that it's not going to be an easy game. And from that, all the battles that will be fought, one of the biggest battles is going to be the narrative ki ladai. And in that battle of narrative, print is going to play a very important part. There will be people on the other side doing destruction by their narrative, please take a vow today that by your power of printing things, that you will build a narrative, support the narrative, destroys every wrong narrative which is harmful for Bharat and humanity. With that, I end up here today. Jai Ma Bharati. All the best to you today. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.
Thank you. Sir, please remain on stage. Please come. I request, please come on stage to felicitate our Lieutenant Colonel. Shri Anil Arora.